Hello ladies, gentlemen, and beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Richard, and thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be doing something that we've been doing a lot. Moving logs. Now, the thing is, we're going to be doing something a little different today. We now have a dump truck. So, I'm going to be loading the dump truck and moving them to a different part of the property. So, I had already done this intro, but unfortunately, the audio got messed up, so I'm re-recording this. But as you'll see in the video, we had several trees logged back when we first moved onto the property, which was a while ago, and they took the trunks of the trees and left all the branches, and they left them in piles. Now, the piles aren't bad because the bunnies and rabbits and stuff live in there, and they decay into dirt, which isn't a bad thing. However, having them in the middle of the yard is an eyesore. So I'm just going to be moving them to a different part of the property, putting them out of sight. And so I hope you liked the video. There's going to be lots of just tractor work and some dump trucking. So I hope you enjoy it. Here's probably going to be a little snippet of what the intro sounded like, which was horrible. But yeah. So, lots of wood, lots of moving. So, I'm going to put you up on the dump truck, and we're going to get going.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and beautiful people. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be moving logs with a dump truck. But, yeah, so...
Hello, Editor Richard here, and I just wanted to point out a couple things that I was made aware of after the filming of this video. So, the first thing is, I realized I never deployed my rollover protection, and so I just wanted to apologize for that. Safety is something I try to follow, whether it's personal protective equipment or just following safety guidelines, and I didn't do that. And the reason you follow safety is because things can go wrong very quickly, very fast, and if something had gone wrong, I could have gotten injured, and luckily nothing did. And I generally try to work in such a manner that nothing should go wrong. So any loader work that I was doing it in slow, methodical movements, and so if I was uncomfortable with how the dynamics of the load were moving, then I would let go and reposition the tractor. Another thing that was brought to my attention was the fact that I don't have any counterbalance, any ballast box or weighted tires, and it was brought to my attention in one of my previous videos where I was, which I'll link above, where I was moving a lot of poplar logs. Luckily, poplar logs aren't very heavy. It's not a very hard wood, and it's not very dense. And so, even though there were larger logs, the 4-foot sections weren't very heavy. And so, someone pointed out the fact that I didn't have any counterbalance, and that's not very good when you're using the loader on a tractor, for several reasons. One is a safety reason, where if the balance is off and you're moving, you can very easily roll a tractor. Luckily, I was also on very level ground, so it was less of a chance, but that's still a chance and a risk, especially with having the rollover protection not deployed. That could have caused me to get injured. Luckily, nothing had happened. And another reason is, if your balance is off, it puts a lot of strain on your front axle, which it isn't designed for that, and so the front axle acts as a fulcrum, and when you lift anything, or when you have a lot of weight off the front of the tractor, it puts a lot of weight and strain on the front axle, which can cause premature wear and breaking of components. And so that is something I would also like to own up to that I didn't know and I wasn't aware. I could have used my brush hog as a counterbalance, and I was just worried about backing into trees, but that would have been on me for just not turning around and looking while backing up. There was plenty of room here. Behind the garage, I definitely didn't have as much room, so I didn't want to use the brush hog as a counterbalance for that. I have since gotten a ballast box, which is only good for 800 pounds, so it's not perfect, but it's better than nothing. And another point that was brought up was that I could fill the tires with, usually people use beet juice, and use that as a ballast. And it's a weight that is always on the tractor, so you don't have to think about it. However, I opted not to do that because there are many marshy areas on my property where I don't want to tear up the lawn or get the tractor stuck by having extra weight, because the footprint of the tractor stays the same, but as you add weight to it, it just means that the pounds per square inch of the tires goes up. And so I didn't want to have that as a weight that is always on the tractor. So in the future, I will definitely make sure to deploy the rollover protection bar, and I have gotten some counterbalance, so any loader work that I do in the future, I will definitely be more safe. And I just wanted to be honest with everyone and point out these two oversights on my part. One was safety, the other is also somewhat safety, but also mechanical. And so I just wanted to be honest with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
Ready for the first dump? Well, that was fun. First load. Well, I had a lot of fun doing that. The dump truck made light work of all of that. I would have had to taken so many trips back and forth from the piles in the middle, from the piles in the middle of the yard back to here. But with the dump truck, I was able to just do it in less than a dozen trips. So that was amazing. This was a good investment, and I am happy with it. And I can't wait to do more with it, as well as work on it to make it better. There are a few things that I said in the introduction video that I want to change, and I still want to change them. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, share it with your friends, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. There's going to be more content with the dump truck, so stay tuned. Peace.